And we are live. So, hello, everybody. This is the Dearly Deep and Hold the Throne. Today we have a special guest on the podcast today. Um, and I added her because I was just like, let's just talk, get some real stuff out. Like let's talk about sex, and she was down. So that's why we're just jumping right into it. So as you can see, we have Raven. We'll call her Raven.
Oh,
So hello, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. How's your night? Anything going down tonight? You just chilling?
Yeah, I'm just chilling. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna start this off with, I mean, real quick, obviously to you, not to everybody else, but we've been pretty much Facebook friends since Facebook started, probably.
Mhm.
You are nowhere near me. We are in two different states, but sometimes you just feel like you have some type of a connection with somebody. And our connection has always just been, just being cool and, laughing and joking. And I'm a flirt. So I definitely flirt a lot. And you're aware of that.
Yes.
Yes. So basically, I want to know, just to start this off, because I saw one of your posts recently. And that's actually what reminded me that we had planned to do this a little while ago. Because on an earlier episode, I was like, I had two people who I wanted to be a guest, and we talked about it, but I couldn't remember who the other one was.
Mhm.
And it was you. So I
Uh,
saw a post. So I want to know, how was the rose?
okay, so it was good. It did not give me the body shaking, leg shaking orgasm that I was hoping for. It did not live up to its name.
Mm.
Um, it did not give me as good of an orgasm as my flickering tongue does. But I think that is that has died. So that's why I had to get the rose finally.
Okay.
And battery operated. The rose is rechargeable. I really like that.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's nice. I'll be using it again, of course.
So are we blaming the rose for not having the earth shaking um orgasm, or are we saying that you want to give it another try because you think you could do you better?
Um, I have faith in the rose. Um,
Give it another
so I'm
shot.
gonna try because I think it's gonna get the job done like I would like. I mean, it got the job done. It put me to sleep.
Mm,
So
all
yeah.
right. No, that's what's up. I have actually do have kind of a funny rose story. So me
Mhm.
being a man, I was seeing it in a lot of videos, and I
Mhm.
was like what is so like special about this thing, right?
Mhm.
So I ordered one for someone, and I ordered, just like some other stuff or whatever,
Mhm.
and packages, I don't know what they did. I don't even know if it was like the real one, because when I went back, it was like an Asian company. So I wait, where did yours come from? Where did you buy yours
Me, Amazon, and uh, I did a little bit of research. I mean, looking
from?
around because I just wanted to make sure I got a good one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like the real deal.
Okay.
Mine is purple.
Okay.
Usually the ones that you see, they're like kind of hot pink, but mine is purple. Purple is my favorite color.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's really good. It's pretty.
So I ordered mine from, I just typed in Rose Toy, and there was a
Hmm.
website that popped up first.
Hmm.
And it was, they had different colors and stuff like that or whatever. So basically, I got a black one, right? So, like I said, I had
Oh.
ordered some, like some male toys as well, right?
Mhm.
And so what happened was somehow, so I was out of town when the order was being fulfilled, when it was, being sent basically. So I was out of town the whole time thinking like, okay, you know, it'll get to where I'm at, because I'd ordered it for a person who I was with. So I was like,
Oh.
okay, cool. It'll get to her house while we're here. Apparently, somehow they said they didn't, they didn't, the UPS or whoever was, it was coming through, kept it at the post office. So I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, that was annoying, right? And so the
Yes.
crazy thing about it is I had some other stuff being sent to the house to, here in California. And
Mhm.
so that stuff arrived while I was out of town. Now the thing is, my son was here. And if you know anything about kids, they like to just open all the mail, especially when it's in a package. So
Uh-huh.
I had to like explicitly warn him, like, I'm gonna be getting some packages, just put them in my room. Do not open these packages. And I
Yeah.
was like, I was like, they're not for me. I was like, they're not for me. They're for somebody else. It's a
Yeah.
gift. So don't open it. So I had to, like lie real quick and tell them like not to open it or whatever. But it was crazy because when I finally made it back home, I opened the package and it wasn't even what I ordered. It wasn't even what I ordered. It was another rose, a blue one. And then I'm like, what in the world am I gonna do with this? I was like, this
So
is not.
it was something totally different, or it was just a different color.
Well, no, that's the thing. Remember, I had ordered one for the person I was seeing,
Uh huh.
and I was,
To her house.
and that was being sent to her house. And so
Mhm.
then I ordered me some other stuff because I was gonna be on a solo mission here back at
Oh.
home.
Mhm.
And so I was so yeah, they sent one rose to me, and I opened it, and I'm like, I was so disappointed. I was
Mhm.
so disappointed. I'm like, what am I going to do with this, right? And I did, try to put it like on the tip and just kind of let it see if it would do something, and it kind of hurt because that vibration is tough. So
Yes, it is.
you know, I was like, this ain't even go. I can't even play. You know what I'm saying? I can't even almost
That's funny though. I liked how you tried to at least work with it.
because I needed something. I was down bad, being in another state, right? So yeah, so then I'm thinking, oh dang, what did they send? Because I'm thinking, oh, they just, they sent me a blue one. I ordered a black one for her, and so I'm like, did they send my stuff to, her address or whatever? And she really wasn't even tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, I don't, if I'll get it or I don't or whatever. So for like 2 weeks, she wasn't tripping on going to get it from the post office. So I had to
Oh.
call the post office where she was and be like, hey, could y'all just resend it? You know what I'm saying? Like, let it show up on her door or whatever, because she ain't gonna come stand in the line for this. You know what I mean? So basically, they ended up sending it. And then, she opens it and it's the correct one. But for some reason, I still got the wrong one. So I'm thinking, like, okay, so they said all of the stuff was delivered, right? So now I'm sitting here thinking, like, did did my son open the one that I got for me, the toy that I got for me, like the male masturbation toy.
Uh-huh.
And now like I never heard anything, you know what I'm saying? Like I never heard him
Did you
sneaking
get an
off in his
email that
room.
it was delivered?
Uh-huh.
Did
What'd
you
you
get
say?
it? Did you get an email that it was delivered?
Yeah, I got the email and confirmation and everything that it was delivered. And so like I was going, and again, this was like a foreign company. So like
Mm.
I'm emailing them all the time, like, hey, y'all didn't send me my stuff, at least give me my refund. And like it shows that it's sent. I'm like, come on, like obviously I don't have it. So I did what you did. I basically got on Amazon and Amazon hooked me up in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Mine took a little longer than 2 days. Sally, I was waiting, but I got it. I got it.
mhm. Yeah, mine when I got it on Amazon, it was quick. I mean, I might be exaggerating, but all of my Amazon stuff normally comes within, 2 days
Yeah,
max.
that's day delivery, right? Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, but they're slipping. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So now I basically got, I ordered everything, and now I got like a backpack full of, you know, toys that I don't need. So that brings me to
I
the.
have,
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go ahead. Go
Um,
ahead.
I have toys that I bought, paid quite a bit of money for, and never used. Kind of
Why
sad.
didn't you use them?
Oh, okay, no, I used them, but only one time.
Like just use it. Okay, you just tested it out and then it was like, all right, I'm
And
done.
I was like, then I went back to Old Faithful, the flickering tongue.
I want to see the flickering tongue because I don't even know what that is. I mean, I can imagine it and I can say I have a flickering tongue that I would like to have a contest with, but I need to Google that. So what was the question I was gonna ask? Um
Answer recipe.
what was I gonna say? Something about the toy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So I was saying like, so yeah, I got the bag of them. But how do you feel about, like, say for instance, I'm gonna use me as an example. So say for instance, let's say I've had these just stored away for, like, let's say 6 months now, and then you come through, we finally hook up, and
Mm-hmm.
then I pull out one of the toys. What is the first thing that you're thinking?
Um,
I mean, obviously you know the history, but
excitement.
if you didn't know the
eh,
history,
Well, excitement would be the first emotion I would have. I would be interested in looking. I would definitely be looking and seeing what all you have, so we could talk about it, the backstory of all the little toys. Um, yeah. Are you trying to get an answer as to if I will let you use them on me?
um, no, I'm not. I'm looking. I wasn't looking for a specific,
Mhm.
answer, but what I had like in my mind is more so because this is what I think about is like, okay, so again, me having like a bag of toys. What I imagine is that if I was to invite a new person over and then I'm like, hold up, or I just have it kind of like close by, my thought is always, are they going to think that I've used them on other people before? That's what keeps me, like, I'm paranoid of that. And, I'm like, because
Definitely
I'm
think.
really like, what do I do with them?
Hmm.
I can throw them away, but, they could also be used for a good time.
Hmm. Right.
So
Hmm.
you don't think that would cross your mind? I mean, obviously they
It
would be
would definitely
clean, but
cross.
you wouldn't know that, right?
Right.
But you said you would have been excited and not tripping.
I would have been excited to discuss them in the
Mm,
back of them.
okay.
Their stories. I can't say I would definitely be excited about them being used on me. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, okay. So you don't think the excitement wouldn't come from them being possibly used on you?
No.
Are you saying that you're more of like, if you have the toys and you're alone, they're good, but if you
Hmm.
have the real thing, you prefer that?
Almost definitely.
Well, me
Real thing
too.
is always better.
Same. I mean, I think it's a little different between uh men and women. Not like, oh, you would prefer to, do it alone, but I think the difference is I don't think there's no real simulation for a
Mhm.
guy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like,
Right. No.
and I've had this conversation and I just like, I feel like if I was a woman, I could use anything resembling, you know, a penis,
Uh,
right?
mm, uh, I've heard it done before. Eggplant, zucchini, cucumbers.
Exactly. And you could choose any size.
That is true. Hmm.
But a guy, there's not many or any holes that I could just be like, I'm just gonna try this, and it and
Right.
it works. I could
Right.
put it anywhere, but nothing is going to resemble, a vagina unless it's a toy, a specially made one. So that's what I mean by that. But yeah, I would definitely, yeah, definitely prefer the real thing. But me now, I think, honestly, like I'm in a weird place when it comes to sex. So the toys just seem a little bit more appealing to me rather than me just because again, I'm like I'm 40 now and
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not young anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
my mind is a little bit different. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to just have like I still want the attention of women and I still want to, be close and touch and do all of that stuff. But I just sometimes I'm just like I don't want to have actual intercourse because I'm like I've done that, when I was younger, when I was a wild boy, I was out here doing doing what I do, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like at a point now where I'm just like I don't want to be going to get, and of course, and I always say this, and it's bad, but it's like I don't want to be going to get tested all the time. You know what I
Oh, I
mean?
know.
But it's like you
Yeah.
could always use condoms, right? But I'm like, mm, you know, condoms, of course, but that's part of the problem. It's like I'd rather cut out the whole thing and then just use the toy and probably try to get her off, even maybe better than I can.
Okay.
Or I don't have to risk my health or getting somebody pregnant.
Okay. I understand. I do understand. First, I was like, where's the going with this? But
Where am I
okay,
going with
I can understand when you put it that way. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I would just rather use condom.
it?
And
So you still like no.
you use a condom, and then maybe after it's completed, um, use a toy.
Got you. Got
Mhm.
you. Well, I mean, and I think the experiences would change with per person. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And again, I hate saying, like there would be multiple people
Mhm.
because that's just wild. Like I said, I was wild and now I'm trying to calm down. But we mentioned it, and I'm not gonna go into any detail, but basically I'm not in a relationship situation anymore. So it's kind of like I'm back, to square one. But
Mhm.
now I'm different now. So I'm like, having being well, I was gonna say have being a man and having needs, but being a human and having needs is just really sucks. It just really sucks, especially when you get used to just that one person. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like I would much rather prefer that than having to, be back out on a prowl.
Oh man, I know, I understand. I'm
Right.
I'm looking. Well, I can't say I'm looking. I'm interested in finding the one pretty soon here. Mhm. Getting
Well, how
harder.
is that search going? Because obviously, if you felt like you needed a new toy, does that mean that there's not someone
No,
real there now?
no, but I can feel it about to happen pretty soon.
So,
There are
are you being clairvoyant and saying you can see the future, or are you saying there's already something in the works?
there's already something in the works too.
Nice, nice. That's what's
Yeah.
up. So, what's telling you that this might be the one?
Oh, well, I won't say, well, I won't say that. I
Not
won't
the one, just
say,
somebody.
okay, because they both live in Texas. And it's not, we're just getting to know each other.
Hmm.
But I can see myself with both of them. And that's saying a lot because I'm kind of picky.
Okay. All
So
right.
even though nothing may come of it because they both live in Texas, I live in Oklahoma, but I don't know, man. Mm.
Do you do
When
you
you
think you
someone
could
in their sex,
handle? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
it's hard. It's hard to put limits on it. So we'll see. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, is do you can you see yourself like? seeing two people? I mean, you might already be seeing them both, but neither one are serious right now. But can you see yourself not cheating, but being open and honest and saying, you know,
You
I want
know,
to date both of you?
I don't even want to do that. But with
Oh,
one, the the
okay.
the one that I talked to today, um, I can be, I can see myself being honest with him. The other
Mhm.
one, no,
How would
I
you
can't see
tell?
myself being honest.
How would you tell one that you chose somebody else?
Oh, just by saying that,
Huh?
just by saying it, just like that.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, okay, just straight out, just
Yep.
like, hey, I got somebody, so this is over.
Hmm.
That's good and honest. That's good and that's a good honest way. I think if I was in that situation, I'd definitely be able to, just be like, like what you did. I mean,
Hmm.
what you said. It's. I think that that can be hard for people sometimes, especially in that stage, the beginning stage. But um, I've definitely, and I've talked about this before, but I've definitely done that before,
Hmm.
where you're talking to a few people and then you just either just cut somebody off or you just tell them like, hey, I'm not interested no more or
I
whatever.
prefer to tell them.
Hmm.
There won't be any misunderstanding.
Right.
But a lot of times they don't take that for the answer and take your answer, um and they will keep pursuing you. And
Hmm.
so after that, you have to block that person. But I don't like doing.
I was gonna say
But
sometimes you got to be a little harsh, but blocking
yeah,
is definitely the final straw, the lock.
yep.
Yeah.
So
All right. So you don't even, so when you've chosen, that like that's it. Like you're not even going to entertain the other person anymore.
man, the way I feel about, oh man, I'm not gonna lie, it would be hard, but that's not what I want for myself. I want the traditional monogamous relationship.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Same. And that's what I think that's what's so hard for me right now is I want the traditional
Mm-hmm.
relationship as well. And I've always wanted that, but I have this this other side of me that when I am not in a relationship, because
Mm-hmm.
you can probably, attest to this, um because you probably, I'm not saying you're checking for me or nothing like that, but you probably noticed I hadn't like been active on social media the way
Yeah.
I am, right?
Yeah.
And that was a conscious decision, you know what I mean, because I was trying to be serious and really be,
Right.
so I'm really good when I'm in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, like never cheated, never done nothing like that or whatever. But when I'm not in a relationship, I feel like I have to have everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like I feel like me having multiple, you know, women, whether, it's sex or just talking or, just getting attention in texts or DMs, I feel like I have to have that to equal one. And I
Okay.
know that that's really, I don't know if that's like how other guys are, but that's how I am. Like if I'm not seeing somebody on like a serious level, I feel like I have to have so many people just to equal that one. Because I mean,
Okay. I
if
understand.
you right, because like I feel like if I'm talking to one person, you're probably talking to that one person all day long. You know what I mean? Like texting or being on the phone, or or
Yeah. It
one
takes
of
a
you
lot of
guys are, you're going to go to their house, they're going to come over, you guys are going to be together. But
time. Hmm.
when it's not just that one person, I feel like you get all of that in spurts. You know what I mean? Like you might be telling three people good morning and then one person don't respond, one person respond late, one person respond right away, but then you don't hear from them again until nighttime or the next day. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I take all of that and use it as like, one woman. So it's definitely tough for me, but it is what it is. It is
Mm-hmm.
what
Mm-hmm.
it is. So I know I told you I wasn't gonna, keep you too long or whatever, but um, do you have any wild questions for me? Not necessarily wild, but like, do you have anything you want to say to me or any questions?
Not at the moment, but
Okay.
um, I can think of some, and maybe
Oh
next
yeah.
time.
No, next time, whenever, like you can message me, you can be private. I don't mind.
Okay.
Um, but I think so. I got a question actually.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about having, your nudes in other, like in multiple people's like phone? Does that bother you at all? And do you keep them? Like, do you actually have like a library of them, and have they been used?
Yes, yes. And I guess it kind of maybe bothers me a tad bit, but I don't really think too much of it
No, that's good. That's good.
because
I feel like if you made the decision, right?
do with I mean, nothing you can do about it. I mean, you
Hmm.
could do something about it going forward in the future,
Hmm.
but news that you've already sent out, you can't really do anything about that. So I
Right.
don't stress about that at all.
Oh, that's good.
I
That's
mean,
good.
and I mean, shoot, if somebody's enjoying them, then that's great.
No, I've definitely begged you for some resins a few years ago. Um
Mhm,
but no, that's cool. But I'm not a nude sender. I think
mhm,
maybe in the past I've done it, and then I wouldn't say like I regretted it, but it is something that is still like in my head. Like
mhm,
the whole like forever, I'm gonna be like, I hope they just deleted it. Like
mm,
I hope they
okay.
just deleted it. And for a while, I worked for like a government facility, and like
Uh,
that was like always, one of my fears is just that not like okay, if my stuff leaked, nobody would care. Like it wouldn't be a big deal. Like it wouldn't be a big deal. But still, you still have that kind of like thought in the back of your head, like, dang, like that could get me, like fired or at least talked to or embarrassed. But
mm,
I'm like I just I would use that moving forward, like you said, I would use that excuse as to why I can't sin. So I would
okay,
just anytime a woman would be like, send me this, I'd be like, yeah, no, because I'm not trying to get fired.
that's a good
And
excuse.
oh yeah, definitely just do that. I mean, women obviously get asked way more. And the
Hmm.
thing about it is, I think when a woman, and this has been confirmed a few times, when a woman has asked me for nudes, it's normally just so they could like, test the size out first, see if they
Mm,
like it first. It's not because they really want to see me naked.
mm.
It's because they want to
Yep.
see if it's worth their time.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I know, and I had to. I figured that out really early on, and because I was always just like, why, like women. I've heard way too many stories of women just hating when they get pics. You know what I mean? Like whether they're asked for or not, that pic becomes a joke or it gets shared. So I'm like, yeah, you don't really want it for any pleasure, and I could kind of see through it too sometimes. But yeah, like that actually happened. That actually happened recent, and
Hmm.
I don't. That's why I won't ask. I mean, if you been freaky and stuff like that, and it's going there, then I'm like, well, let me see something. But for the
Right.
most part, I'm not the type that's just like, hey, let me see those. But so she was just basically like, hey, we was talking, we was, having one of them conversations, just text. But then she was like, hey, send me, can I see it? And I was just like, nope,
Hmm.
you can see it when you get here. And
Right.
then the first thing she said, and she wasn't even planning on actually coming, but I was like, if you come, you can see it. The first thing she said when I was like, nope, was if it's small, just say it's small. And I
Mm,
was like, it
wow.
just irked me.
Right. Yeah. I understand that.
Because I'm
I don't.
like, no, nobody said that. It's just that I'm 40 and I have a job and I have a kid and I don't know what you're gonna do with my pictures. And I hated to have to explain that to her. Like, ain't nobody trying to nah.
Hmm.
I see
Yeah.
you when I see you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
Okay, so I will end it at that. We could close at 30 minutes. I
Mhm.
am definitely glad that we got to actually have this conversation.
Me too.
Um, Next time, if we do this again, we could either just add to this 30 minutes or we can go longer and we can go a little bit deeper into relationships and stuff. I know you said you had, forgot about me tonight, but no, yeah, this was cool. And I could have like some more questions and you can ask me some questions. But I
Okay.
did post this in our dearly deep group or whatever. I don't know if you're in that one as Raven. You might be
Oh,
using, your other name, but so
okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, it'll be in there if you want to, share it or whatever. And this is, live streaming. We have one viewer, so whoever you are, thank you. But it will also be up on the regular podcast page. So
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
no, thank you
Okay.
so much. And
To you.
you can close out and I'll just, say my little goodbyes or whatever to the
Okay.
to the people. But thank you. It was so nice having you, and we'll definitely do this again. And next time you can even bring somebody on with you, one of your girls or something like that, and y'all can grill me or something.
Okay. Awesome. Have a good night.
All right, bye-bye. Well, that was that. I don't want to keep you guys either. That was, a cool episode. I'm glad I was able to get a guest again. That's what I've been trying to do is get, more guests on the show. So we got one. So let's see if we can do that again soon. Um, I don't really have nothing else for, hold the throne side of things. I can tell you I got a whole lot of TV shows lined up, and I posted that on my Instagram story. So I'm definitely going to be watching a lot of TV over the next few days. We got This Is Us, we got Snowfall, we got I like this one show called Home Economics. It's like just a little 30-minute sitcom. Got Abbott Elementary. That show is like really blowing up. Not the greatest to me. Every once in a while you get a ha laugh out of me, a laugh out loud, but not a lot. But for some reason, I still watch it. At first, it was just for the support, but now it's like I'm just kind of hooked just to see what I'm going to see. And the Quintoya she was on the barbershop with LeBron. So that's not on HBO anymore. It's actually on YouTube. And actually, my boy, you know, Donald Glover is on there. Oh, and that's another thing. Ain't today the 24th? I'm slipping. Let me see something real quick because I'm slipping. 24th is when Atlanta's supposed to come out. I'm about to check for y'all real quick. Let me check, let me check real quick and make sure before I tell y'all to go stream Atlanta. Because they might just do it like, like at a night, might drop tonight or something like that because it's on FX. But Snowfall is already on there. But yeah, anyway, I got Servant, I got Severance, I got The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. That show's great. Um, Bel Air, The Flash. I love The Flash. A Million Little Things, Home Economics, and Snowfall. Right. But now let me search for Atlanta because I'm tripping if I haven't watched that today. I've been doing too much. All right. Because I already watched both seasons to get ready for this. Okay. Look like it ain't dropped yet. But I could have sworn it was supposed to be the 24th. But we gonna see. We gonna see. Anyway, if you're still with me, that means you must like me because I'm literally just talking to myself right now. Um, let's see. Yeah, man, it say premieres March 24th. Oh, that's what it is. It's going to come out tomorrow, possibly. That's what it is. I'm tripping. Obviously, they're not going to show it on the same day of. So I'll be watching Atlanta tomorrow, and I'll probably do a review about it tomorrow. But anyway, I've kept you long enough. Let me see if you can. Which way do I got to go to lean? Oh, I don't want to fall off the chair. Oh, you see that steering wheel? Yes. I bought a steering wheel to play video games. That's what kind of human being I am. drive for real, drive on video games, and yeah. So anyway, I gave you a little bit of Hold the Throne, and hit up my girl Raven. I'll put her socials. Well, I'm gonna ask obviously first. She didn't get on video, so I don't know if she wants to be out there like that. You know, we always had the issue with, you know, privacy and, you know, anonymousness. So anyway, beautiful young lady. Glad she was able to be on the show. And I'm about to peace out and get out of here. Love y'all.